Hello class, today I'm going to show you how to make your own animation. Let's begin by clicking on the picture. A new window will appear. I want you to first watch this tutorial before you begin. It's very important. It's going to cover some things that I will not cover in my video. So watch the tutorial, then click go. Down here you have all your tools. Pencil, paintbrush, letters, shapes, eraser, images, select, and delete. You also have the size of your paintbrush stroke or your pencil marking, and you have colors. Here you have edit background, copy frame, previous frame, clear frame, undo, a very important button, start new, and save. Finally, you can play your animation at any time to preview what you're doing. Right now we're working on frame 1. I'm going to add an object to frame 1 by clicking on images. I'm not worried about a background for this one, but you might want to first add your background. This is going to be a very simple animation. I'm going to click on animals. Okay, and I'm going to click on the dog. Click done. And let's see. Go back to animals. And I'm going to click on the bird. Click done. Okay. Now for this animation, I want my dog to chase the bird. I'm going to change the size of my dog by clicking on it and dragging on the corner. It's now bigger. Notice though, when it gets bigger, it kind of gets a little pixelated. What that means is the image gets a little distorted. And I'm not too happy with that, so I'm actually going to bring it smaller again. So basically, pixelation happens when you make an image too big and the quality is not that good. The image quality is not good enough to make the image that big. Anyway, here's my bird. I want to flip my bird so he's pointing in the other direction. I'm going to click on flip. Okay. Again, click on flip. You can flip them upside down if you wanted, whatever direction you want. Okay, and I want the dog to be in the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the dog, and you can see that there are arrange buttons right here. If I want my object in the front, I click on the blue square in the front, like that. You can see, let me see here. You can see, I can click on my dog again. You can see that I'm toggling between him being in the front and in the back. So that's what that is. If I wanted to group these two objects together, let me flip this guy. He somehow got flipped again. Then what I can do is I can highlight both objects and then group them together. So now it's like they're one object. I'm going to ungroup them now. Okay, so if I want my dog chasing the bird, then what I can do is start with frame 1. And I'm going to copy this frame over here. So now I'm working on frame 2. And I'm going to move the bird a little bit and the dog a little bit. And I could rotate the dog also. What you do is you hover over the dog until you see this little arrow. Look very closely here. I'm going to hover over him until I see this little round arrow here. And I can, rotate the dog however I want. Okay. So I want this to be a very short video, so I'm just going to show you a few frames. I'm going to copy the frame again. I'm going to copy it one more time. I'm working on frame 4 right now. I'm just going to move it a little bit forward. Let me show you a little trick. Click on previous frame to see where your objects were in the previous frame, and this will help you to move the objects just a little bit, because if you just move it just a little bit, your animation will be smoother. If you move the object a lot, then your animation is going to be more blocky, and not as smooth. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how to play your animation. That's it. Okay, it's probably the most boring animation in the world. But for the purposes of this video, it showed you what to do. So we have four slides, and what we're going to do is we're going to save those into a GIF image, a GIF animation file. Click on Save, and you want to save in the best quality. Click on Continue. Again, I want you to watch the tutorial because it covers some other features that this video does not. Okay, now it's ready to save, so I'm going to click on Save. And this is very important. You need to make sure that you're saving to your student number. Click on the pull down arrow, find your student number, and you can name it whatever you want. Dog animation. And click on Save. And now I'm going to minimize this window and this window, and I'm going to pretend that this window was not open because I'm going to show you how to get to that folder. Go to My Computer, and you're going to find your H drive, your student number. That's where you saved it. And you should see your dog animation right here. Right click on it, open with Internet Explorer, and then your animation will automatically play in Internet Explorer. Hopefully your animation is a little bit more exciting than mine. I want to show you one more time how to save because I get a lot of questions about this, so pay attention. To save, you click on Save. Imagine that. Click on Full, Continue, and it will make the animation. And when it says ready to save, click on Save, and this is the most important part. You want to save it to your student drive. So click on the pull down arrow, find your student number, and you can name it whatever you want. Click Save. Okay. So remember, if you have any questions, ask a neighbor first, then put up a paw, and I'd be happy to come around and help you. Have fun. Bye-bye.